Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled, and out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. What's up? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ, bringing you all the action for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. Yeah! We got another baseball game tonight with this Philadelphia Phillies team, and they have not been playing good baseball over their last two games. They've lost 2 in a row, but they are looking to right the ship tonight, and they will be sending Jesus Lazardo out there on the mound. The Phillies are 60-46. They are back to 500 on the road. 27-27 they are on the road this year, and they're taking on the 39-68 Chicago White Sox out at right field. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And make sure that you turn on those notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. Let's change the background. There we go. That's better. I like both of those, but I like to really use the Phillies one when I'm doing the Phillies games. I forgot to change that last night. Jonathan Cannon is going to go out there to pitch. Not to be confused with Jonathan Gannon, who is the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Jonathan Cannon, though, 15 starts this year, a 4-7 record, 88 1/3 of an inning, a 4.48 ERA, 30 walks allowed, 72 strikeouts. You'll see a lot of cutters mixed in with sinkers, changeups, and also a four-seamer and a sweeper as well. This guy throws a lot of different types of fastballs, and he has an interesting mix of pitches that he provides on the mound every time he's out there. This guy, as we mentioned before, he has a 4.48 ERA. The last start that he went for the White Sox just lasted 4 1/3. He did have 9 strikeouts, but he gave up 5 earned runs and 7 hits. He's 25 years old. He's from Columbia, South Carolina. And the Phillies are going to have to do a lot against him. They're really going to have to try to find ways to score and get to him early if they want to win this game. What are your final score predictions? What are your keys to the game as well? This is sort of a new thing that I want to try to do. I think that key number 1 is to try to get to Jonathan Cannon early. I really would love to see this team get 2 runs off of him in the first inning. Start the game off with a bang. Give Jesus Lazardo a little cushion. And speaking of Jesus Lazardo, this is a test for Zeus. He needs to go out there tonight, and he needs to give you 6 strong innings and only allow 2 earned runs. I think if he goes 6 innings, gives up just 2 runs, and he also has 8 strikeouts, I would say that that's a good day for Zeus. First pitch to Turner. Fly ball hit out over to deep left field, and that ball's going back towards the track, but it is going to be caught just in front of the wall. It died at the last second. It looked like it was carrying, and Michael Taylor makes the catch. That was on the first pitch. It was a mistake right down the middle. And there is out number 1. He thought he had it too. But there's 1 out. And Kyle Schwarber is up next. The first pitch to Schwarber, it's outside for ball 1. Jason Mania is here. Yes. How are you? YouTube is good at that, Paul. Usually gets me right at the trivia question. Really? 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch. That's a foul ball. Key number 1, Lazardo needs to dominate. Key number 2, offense needs to wake up. Love it, David! I love it. Phillies will lose 2-1 if that happens, says Paul. If what happens? Heard Luis Robert Jr. tried getting into the Phillies clubhouse. Oh, really? 1 ball, 1 strike, and the 1-1 is fouled off by Schwarber. Cannon, not wasting any time, comes set, and the 1-2 is downstairs. My prediction is 8-5 Sox, says Paul. Well, I hope that you're wrong. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mine is 5-2 Phillies. Jinx. 2-2. Outside for ball 3. And my player of the game, I'm going to go Schwarber. 3-2. And that's taken for ball 4. And Schwarber gets on with a walk. That was a good pitch. Not a good frame job, though, by Kyle Teal. Speaking of Kyle Teal, he's catching. On the mound, it's Jonathan Cannon. In the infield for Chicago, they got Miguel Vargas over at first. Colston Montgomery at third. Lenine Sosa at second. And Chase Mydroth at short. Here's the pitch to Bryce Harper, and he takes a strike. Nothing and 1. Player of the game, Paul says Luis Robert Jr. Oh, boy. And excuse me. 0-1 to Harper. Foul ball. So Turner flat out to left. Schwarber just walked. Harper is hitting .291 in the month of July. It's funny, it doesn't really seem like that. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss. Got a 4-seamer that was outside, and he thought it was a good one to hit. It was not. And so 2 away. And the next man up is JT. In the outfield for the White Sox, Austin Slater is in right. Michael Taylor is in left. And the center fielder is Luis Robert Jr. Schwarber leads off over at first base. JT Realmuto is up. And the first pitch to JT is a sweeper right down the middle for strike 1. We got 117 people on here watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for your boy. And subscribe to the channel as well. Seema Fox says she's going to go with Schwarber as her player of the game too. Love that. 0-1. Inside for ball 1. The only person that Jonathan Cannon has faced on the Phillies is Max Kepler. And Kepler's 2 for 2 against him with a double and 3 RBI. Toss bat to first, not in time. One ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 ground ball hit sharply over to short, and the throw over to second is in plenty of time. It's a fielder's choice to end the inning. No runs, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the first. Out at right field. Okay. You know, what's interesting is that Cannon actually has a better ERA at home than he does on the road. His ERA at home is at 3.42, and on the road it's at a 4.94. In his 26 innings at home, he has struck out 28 batters, and he's only given up 10 earned runs. Opponents are hitting .255 against them, and on the road they're hitting .272. For the White Sox, their starting lineup will look just like this. It'll be Chase Mydroth in the leadoff spot, Austin Slater batting second, Elvis Cuero DHing and batting third. Miguel Vargas is hitting cleanup. Batting fifth, it's Luis Robert Jr. Colston Montgomery is hitting sixth. Lenine Sosa is batting seventh. And Michael Taylor hitting eighth. And last but certainly not least, it'll be Kyle Teal behind the plate tonight. It'll be in the 9 spot. So again, it's Mydroth, it's Slater, Cuero, Vargas, Robert Jr., Montgomery, Sosa, Taylor, and Teal. And those are the starters for Chicago. And on the mound for Philadelphia is Jesus Lazardo. Lazardo has not looked good in his last couple of outings. His ERA is up to 4.58. He gave up 6 earned runs the last time that he pitched, and that was against the Boston Red Sox, and that was in 5 innings. He really unfolded. The Phillies had a 5-0 lead, if you remember, and then he just gave up 6 runs. He allowed 5 walks and gave up the go-ahead grand slam, and that was to Romy Gonzalez. So he's hoping to have a bounce-back performance. He was dominating in the first 4 innings of that game, and then just in the 5th, just absolutely unfolded. So we'll see how he does tonight. Hopefully he can go deep. 8-5 this year, 114 innings, 136 strikeouts. The pitch. This one's grounded over to third, backhanded by Otto Kemp in the throw to first, and Harper can't dig it out. And Chase Mydroth is safe. Kemp with not such a good throw over there, but Harper, who usually digs out throws, wasn't able to pick that one up. Watching him throw it, and it just was really low. And Harper tried to extend his body as his left foot was on the bag. Here's the windup in the pitch. That's inside for ball 1. Curious to see how Lazardo does from the stretch. So they call it an E5 for now. 1-0, foul ball. With runners on, opponents are hitting .291 against him. He's given up 7 homers. With bases empty, opponents are just hitting .255. 1-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field on the run is Marsh, and he will make the catch over towards his left side. And so going back to first base will be Mydroth. And Slater flies out deep to left center. Harper is at first. JT is catching. Bryson Stott is at second. Trey Turner will be playing shortstop, and Otto Kemp is at third base, as Al Bohm continues to be sidelined with the injury. He still is on the IL. We'll get you the outfielders, too, in just a few moments. 1 away, bottom of the first. The pitch, here it comes, swinging and a miss. Kepler is playing left. Marsh is in center. And Castellanos in right field for Philadelphia. And by the way, it's Edgar Cuero who is DHing. The 0-1 is fouled off. DF, I got you. Minister of Malachi. I hope I said that correctly. Let me know if I did. How are you? 0-2. Line drive, base hit out to center field. They'll take a hop in front of Brandon Marsh. And heading on over to second base is Mydroth. And Cuero gets on with a single. That's going to put 2 base runners on. Lazardo is 4th this year in strikeouts per 9 innings with a 10.74. And second on the list is Zach Wheeler. First is Dylan Cease. And third is Mackenzie Gore. Gore's been having a very good year for the Washington Nationals, that is. 1 away, bottom of the first. Lazardo kicks and delivers again from the stretch. That's in there for a strike. Greetings from Texas. How are you, James? Thank you very much for popping on by. 0-1 delivery, just misses inside. The Phillies lost last night's game by a score of 6-2. Harper did have a 2-run double, but that was all the offense for Philadelphia. Sanchez allowed 4 earned runs in 6 2/3. He also gave up 7 hits, and he struck out 5. Here's the 1-1. It's inside. Two balls, 1 strike, and here's the pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field. On the run is Marsh, and he slides and makes the catch for out number 2. And the throw back over to second base is not in time. Good job by Marsh to be able to get over towards that ball. He actually made that play look pretty clean. So 2 away, 2 runners on, and he got it just in the pocket of the glove. It was angled towards his right side, too. And Lazardo says thank you. Here's Luis Robert Jr. And Lazardo comes set and deals, and it's high. One ball, no strikes to Robert. And the pitch. It's in there for a strike. That's a good catch. Tell you that. That's a good catch. 1 ball, 1 strike to Robert. And the 1-1 is outside. Crew chief for tonight. Well, it'll be behind the plate. You got Dan Bellino, and it's Clint Vondrack at first. 2-1 pitch is outside for ball 3. John Bacon is at second, and Phil Cuzzy is the third base umpire. Three balls, 1 strike to Luis Robert Jr. The 3-1 is way up high for ball 4, and the bases are loaded already in the bottom of the first. Mydroth is over at third. He got on with an E5. Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to talk to Lazardo to try to calm him down. Edgar Cuero's at second. He got on with a single. And Robert Jr. is now at first. He just walked. Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms. Red Phillies hats with the white P as the logo. Red letters on both the front and the back, too. And big numbers right below the letters. Jacob, how are you? You're from Max Coverage TV. I remember seeing you on here. Opponents are hitting .417 against Lazardo with the bases loaded. And he has dealt with bases loaded 44 times. Colson Montgomery is the next man up. He had a 2-run homer in last night's game. Almost had 2. First pitch, and it's in the dirt for ball 1. Phillies are not inspiring too much chatter tonight. Well, they're not helping, but it's my job to create the chatter. They're not helping. I get what you're saying. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the 1-0. It's popped up. It's hit out over towards center field. And Marsh waits for it. Takes about 3 steps over towards second base. And finally makes the grab. The inning is over. Lazardo gets out of the bases loaded jam. The defense did help him. Even though you can make the case that Otto Kemp did not. But Brandon Marsh made an excellent catch. Nonetheless, though, we're going to the top of the second. We'll be back in just a few moments. Sorry, had to blow my nose for a second. But we're all good. We're going to the top of the second inning. No score between the Phillies and the Sox. For those of you that are tuning on in for the very first time, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Again, I go on for all the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles games. I also do Sunday Night Baseball and another really cool baseball stream called MLB Diamond Zone, which is basically a baseball version of Red Zone, where we do live lip arounds and we do play-by-play during the biggest moments of each game. So, for example, there could have been bases loaded in the bottom of the first for the Philadelphia Phillies if they were home. But right now, it's 8-1 out in Cleveland, and I would probably go live to see what happens with bases loaded over there. And I just changed the scoreboards. We do play-by-play, and we look at different games on different electronic devices, and it's so cool. So I do encourage you guys to go check that out. Excuse me. And yeah, Nick Castellanos is up at the plate for the Phillies. He takes the first pitch for a strike, and the second pitch, here it comes. That's just low. Cannon threw a changeup there. Again, we said this before, but you'll see cutters, four-seamers, and sinkers. 3 different types of fastballs thrown from Jonathan Cannon. There's a sweeper that's also outside for ball 2. How's everybody doing tonight? Lazardo's not inspiring confidence. It's true. 2-1. Off the plate for ball 3 to Nick Castellanos. It's a hitter's count here. Schwarber had a 3-1 count and got on with a walk. Let's see what Castellanos does here. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Got a four-seamer down the middle, and he was late. Just missed it. Hey, JJ, 3 players I would like the Phillies to get at the deadline. Mason Miller, Eugenio Suarez, and Luis Robert or Jaron Duran. Didn't Eugenio Suarez get hit in last night's game? 3-2 pitch. Low for ball 4. And there's the second walk allowed by Jonathan Cannon. There we go. Wrong sound effect at first. Casty's allergic to walks. Well, he just got on with one. There you go. We need that in chat tonight. We need reverse jinx. Reverse jinxes. Here comes Brandon Marsh. He had a nice catch out in right center field in the bottom of the first in the first pitch. This one's lined out to right field, and that is going to get down for a base hit. Slater tried to slide and make the catch. It got by him. Marsh is thinking about going over the second base to throw. That's not in time. Casty goes over to third, and the Phillies have 2 runners in scoring position. Let's go. Thought maybe there was a chance that Slater was going to make the catch, and he could not do so. Just got by him. George! That's Brandon Marsh's 12th double of the season. Slater knew that he should have had it, but Brandon Marsh will certainly take that. It was hit hard. And Max Kepler, who's lifetime 2 for 2 against Jonathan Cannon, is due up at the plate. The first pitch to Kepler, upstairs. Let's go, Marshy. Casty at third, Marsh at second. Nobody out, top of the second inning. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. How many times have we seen this before, Paul says. I know. Kepler, by the way, too, just to add on to that point, only hitting 143 with runners in scoring position. 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out to center field. This will at least get a run home. Robert Jr. will make the catch. Casty will come on in to score. The throw is drawn over to short. Marsh goes over to third. It's a sac fly for Max Kepler, and he also moved Brandon Marsh over to third base as well. go. He got the job done. And now Otto Kemp can also get a sac fly as well. First pitch, and that's off the plate for ball one. Cannon went to the changeup. 1-0 Phillies. The 1-0 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did. He showed swing. I'll take it. Yep. So Kepler just drove in his 33rd RBI of the season. 1-1 pitch. Low and outside for ball two. All right, chat, let's go. Let's go, chat. Charge! 2 balls, 1 strike. Marsh at third. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup right down the middle. Phillies are 1.5 games in back of the Mets for the NL East. Mets play the Padres tonight. They are also second in the wild card, the Phillies. The pitch. That's a foul ball. The Padres are 2.5 games behind the Phillies for that second wild card. And the Phillies are 1.5 behind the Cubs for the first wild card spot. 2-2 pitch to Otto Kemp. This one's flied out to left field. I wonder if it's going to be deep enough. It was hit out to left center. On the run is Taylor. He'll make the catch. Marsh is going to test the arm. The throw to the plate. Oh, it got on by the catcher, and it's not in time. I think that if the catcher would have caught that, Kyle Teal, he would have been out. That was a good throw by Michael Taylor, but the Phillies score a run on a sac fly and make it 2-0. Teal should have caught that. But good job by Marsh to score. We'll take it. Back-to-back sac flies. And here comes Stott, and this pitch is hit out towards right center field. And Robert gets under it, waits for it, and will make the catch. And the inning is over. 2 runs on 2 sac flies for Philadelphia. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 Phils. That was a bad play by Teal. We'll take it. Yep, I'll take that too. Pressure play, they failed. Yep. Kyle Teal has had some issues behind the plate. Was that play and he had another one too. Austin Slater also had a mistaken right, but the Phillies are pounding on them, and that's what really matters. You know, they're up 2-0, and that's what ultimately matters at the end of the day. All right, so 2 runs by Philadelphia, and we're going to the bottom of the second inning. I'm surprised that they sent. I'm kind of surprised that they sent him too. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores. All right, we'll do that real quick. The Orioles and Blue Jays are tied 2-2 in Game 2 of their doubleheader. That game is in the top of the 6th. The Orioles put up 16 runs in Game 1 against the Toronto Blue Jays. Their offense seems to be cooking, and they won 16-4. We also have the Marlins taking on the Cardinals. No score there out in St. Louis. White Sox and Phillies, it's 2-0 Philadelphia. The Cubs have a 1-0 lead out in Milwaukee. And the Red Sox and the Twins are scoreless only in the top of the second, though. The Diamondbacks and the Tigers, they're knotted up at 2 apiece in the bottom of the 5th. The Dodgers, they lead it 2-0 out in Cincinnati in the top of the 4th. The Royals have already put up a run. They're in the bottom of the second inning. Pasquantino hit a home run out to right field, and it went 412 feet. Lazardo is going back out there to pitch for Philadelphia. The first pitch is taken for a strike. Then we got 3 games later tonight. Mets Padres at 9:40, Pirates and Giants at 9:45, and Mariners and A's at 10:05. We also have, the Nationals and Astros at 8:10, and the Rangers and Angels at 9:38. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lenyn Sosa. Here's the pitch. It's inside for ball 2. Orioles just traded Sir Anthony Dominguez to the Blue Jays. And it just so happened that they're playing them. 2-1. That's a chopper that's fouled. Wonder if Mike Elias was having conversations with the Jays as this series was going on. They're like, hey, during game 1 of the doubleheader, you want him? Was it during game 1? Like, when was he traded? Just now? 2 balls, 2 strikes. The windup, the pitch. It's outside for ball 3. Lazardo not wasting any time. In the 3-2, it's popped up and hit out over towards right field. Castellanos goes back and will make the catch. 1 away. Big Mo Doobie, how are you? Oh, it was earlier today. So, yeah, it was during game 1 of the doubleheader. Probably sitting together in the suite. Hey, yo, do you want Sir Anthony from us? Heck yeah. I'll take him. First pitch, foul ball. The ball is 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch. It's off the plate for a ball. Michael A. Taylor, in his 12th season, now he's on the Chicago White Sox. 1-1, he bunts this one over towards the third base side. It's on a bounce in front of Otto Kemp. Throw over to first is just in time for out number 2. And so 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Otto Kemp was looking to redeem himself from a play earlier in the game. Very nice play. He had to get that off quickly, and he did. The arm strength that he has, that he just put on display there, that was pretty impressive. Kyle Teel is up, and he takes a 95-mile-per-hour sinker at the knees for strike 1. Teel is batting on the left side, and he looks at an 0-1 pitch that's at the knees. That sweeper had a lot of movement to it. The ball is 2 strikes. 2 away, bottom of the 2nd, and the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox, and we're heading to the top of the 3rd. 2-0 Phils. Christopher Harris, thank you for the sub, my friend. That was very, very nice of you. The Guardians, they now lead at 8-1. Well, they've been up 8-1, but they're in the bottom of the 5th. Stephen Kwan is up. Hey, folks, now that Emmanuel Clase is not going to be playing for a little bit of time, are you still willing to trade for him if you get Stephen Kwan in the trade? Would you still do it? That was a good shutdown inning for Lazardo. It was. Have a seat. Oh, I forgot the Lazardo emotes. My bad. Nobody told me. I just realized that now. Let's get the Lazardo emotes up now. Okay. We're going to call it Zeus. if you refresh the page right now, you should get it. You should get the Zeus emotes. I don't think you can trade for a player on leave, can you? That I don't know. If a baseball player is on leave, can you trade for them? Yes, in some cases, a baseball player on leave can be traded. However, the specific rules depend on the type of leave. Pitch. That's taken for a strike. That's according to Gemini. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 to Turner, swing and a miss. Turner on the first pitch of the game sent a ball out to deep left field, but stayed in the ballpark. There was a fly out. The ball's 2 strikes. Jonathan Cannon pitching for the White Sox. The pitch is outside for a ball. I would trade for Clase and Quando. That was my top trade one. Even if you're allowed to do it, even if you're allowed to still trade for him, you would still do it? Even though I think that he's eligible, and somebody can fact check me on this as the pitch is fouled off. I think he's eligible to come back the 31st of August. 1 ball, 2 strikes, send the pitch to Turner, and he fouls it off. Get the kid from the A's, may cost a bit, but you could have him a while. Miller and Rooker would be good. 1-2 to Turner. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field. On the run is Taylor. He won't be able to make the grab there. Turner thinking about going to second base. The throw is cut off by the shortstop, Mydroth, and Turner dives in there head first safely. Nice job by Trey. A leadoff double in the top of the 3rd inning for Trey Turner. Drop those Phillies emotes, baby. Schwarber's coming up. George! That's Trey Turner's 500th career extra base hit. Here's the pitch to Schwarber. He was ready for that one. Where does it go? It is absolutely demolished and out of here. 4-0, 441 feet and 115 miles per hour off the Schwarbomb bats. Gosh. What a swing by Kyle Schwarber. Right in front of that bar. The first pitch, and that's in there for a strike. 37th home run this season by Schwarber. That's the most by a Phillies hitter before August. That's crazy. The ball is 1 strike to Bryce Harper, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Kyle Schwarber, ladies and gentlemen. 0-2 pitch, and that is taken down for a ball. That guy is just so good. The 1-2 on the way. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. Second baseman Sosa has it, throws it over to first. And Bryce Harper now 0 for 2 on the evening. Vicky! What's up, Vicky? How are you? Yeah. Here comes JT in the pitch. That's off the plate. And taken for ball 1. Schwarbomb. Kyle Schwarber. 1 ball, no strikes to Realmuto. And Cannon throws it outside and low for ball 2. 2-0 pitch. Foul ball. The guy is unreal. He is. I mean, he just destroys baseballs. He's Fred Flintstone at the plate. He just crushes baseballs. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to JT, and that's a foul ball. And you go back, for those of you that didn't see it, and that are just tuning on in, you just watch that swing. It's just amazing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit back up the middle for JT Realmuto. And so JT gets aboard and gets his first hit of the ball game. Vicky says hi. Hi, Vicky. I'm so happy to see you. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We're in the top of the 3rd. We're trying to get to 250 likes. We have 256 people on here watching. That's great. 1 out, top of the 3rd. Nick Castellanos in the box, and he stares at a sweeper that looked like it was in the strike zone, but it's called ball 1 anyways. Excuse me. One ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Who's your favorite Phillies player right now? Who is your favorite Phillies player to watch right now? For me, it's a toss-up between Kyle Schwarber and Zach Wheeler. I love Ranger and I love Sanchez. But Schwarber and Wheeler, it's tough between those two for me. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's to Nick Castellanos. JT over at first. Casti walked his first time up, and the 1-1 pitch is inside for ball 2. JT's hitting streak is over. He went 0 for 4 in last night's game. 2-1. Popped up, hit out over towards the first base side, and then actually goes out over towards the right field line, and it will be caught by the second baseman, Sosa. Did a good job at getting over there towards the foul side of that right field line. And there's out number 2. I didn't think that the ball was going to carry like that, but it did. And he called off Vargas, also called off the right fielder Slater, and said, I got it. And out number 2 is made. Here comes Brandon Marsh, who doubled his last time up. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. 4-0 Phillies. 2 sac flies in the second inning. And a 2-run homer by Kyle Schwarber in the top of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. And it's now 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Swing and a miss. Vigilant Tracker says, my favorites are JT and Schwarbs. Who else? Who are your favorite Phillies players right now? Who do you like the most? 1-2 pitch to Marsh, and there's a fly ball. This one's hit out to right field. That's going back towards the track. Bye-bye, baseball! The second 2-run homer of the inning, and Marsh launches his 4th of the season. Another mistake from Jonathan Cannon, and Brandon Marsh with a very good swing out to right center, and it went into the first row. Here comes the pitch to Kepler. Line drive, and that is caught out in right field, and the inning is over. But 2 two-run bombs for Philadelphia. One was a nuke from Kyle Schwarber, and the other one was a 2-run homer by Brandon Marsh. And we will go to the bottom of the third. 6-0 Phillies. Schwarber, Marsh, and Casty, says Deshaun. Looks like I'm just in time. Maybe I'm the good luck charm tonight, says Larry. Well, you missed the Schwarber homer, and you missed 2 runs before that, so I don't know, Larry. I don't know if I can give you full credit. Marsh, I guess, is trying not to be traded. Or he's trying to work up his trade value. About that. Glad you made it, though, Larry. Yep. Me too. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icons, too. It is 8:23 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, after the game is done, we will have a post-game show. If you guys want to call in, you can during the post-game show, 610-314-0844. You can also leave a voicemail message. You can do that at any time. You can call right now. I won't answer, but you can give me a voicemail message. Or you can also text on into the show, too. Again, it's 610-314-0844. I didn't miss the Schwarber bomb. You just said, did I miss the Schwarber bomb? Didn't you just say that? You just said, did I miss the Schwarber bomb? Yeah. Gosh. Kepler will be my fave if he is riding bench full time after the deadline, says Big Mo. Hey, I've been very frustrated with Max Kepler. I think we all have. But at the same time, I don't like what Max Kepler has done for you, but I also I don't like the move. I dislike the move of getting Max Kepler more than what Max Kepler has provided for you. I don't know if that makes sense. But sometimes it's like, all right, I wasn't really a fan of the Zeus of getting Zeus, but I like Zeus, even though he's been very bad over his last couple of outings and he's been shaky for the last couple of months now. You never know what you're going to get. First pitch to Chase Mydroth, and that's in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1, and that's up high for a ball. I was kidding because I knew it happened, but I hadn't entered the chat yet. Ugh, I can't take you seriously, man. 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. Mydroth 0 for 1. He got on with an E5. Liar. The ball is 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. And it's flied out over towards shallow center field. Marsh says he has it. Stott says he has it. Calls off Marsh, and I'll make the catch for out number 1. 1 gone in the bottom of the third. And Austin Slater is due up next. Slater takes high at 95. It's 1 ball, no strikes. That bell sound is my favorite part. It's just awesome. It's a great bell. The 1-0 pitch. A strike called at the knees. Slater batting .242. 5 homers for him. 36 pitches for Lazardo, and here comes the 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. How hasn't Max been Merry-fielded? Mary fielded. The 1-2. That's a foul ball. One-two pitch. That is outside for ball 2. Mary fielded. That's just funny. 2-2 pitch. Foul ball. I didn't know that. It's like it's like if Kepler's batting under 200, he's been he's Mendoza'd right now. That's funny. Just find that to be hilarious. Two balls, 2 strikes, and there's the 2-2. And this one's grounded over to first on a check swing by Slater. Harper plays it on a hop and moves over towards his left side and tags the bag as he jogged over to first. And out number 2 is made. You can only get rid of one, Kepler or Romano. Who you doing? Oof. That's tough. You got to keep one. Actually, wait, that's easy. I'm getting rid of Romano. 2 outs, and the pitch popped up and hit out over towards right field. And Castellanos is there. And I'll make the grab. Inning over. 1-2-3 inning for Jesus Lazardo. Top of the 4th coming up. Phillies have a 6-run lead. Okay. Elvis Cuero flied out to right. Good. Agreed on Romano. Big Mo DB says JJ agree. Bad move originally. P. Crow Armstrong would be good to have, says Sema Fox. Yeah, I don't think that the Cubs are going to get rid of that guy, but yes, he is, in my opinion, he's the best center fielder out there. I do believe that. I think he's the best center fielder in the game right now. He's so good out in center. Sorry, I like Romano. Guess I'm alone. It's okay. Kepler is more replaceable. Losing Romano just means more innings for our other bad relievers. But he doesn't help. The bottom line is that he doesn't help our bullpen. So, I mean, it's weird. Kyle, thank you very, very much for the sub, my friend. Very nice. Otto Kemp is up. Otto today in the field had an error at third, but then also redeemed himself and made a good throw over to first. That was in the 2nd inning off of the at-bat from Michael Taylor. First pitch to Otto, and he chops a foul. Kemp also had a sac fly his last time up. It was a good throw from Michael Taylor, right on the money over to Kyle Teo, who was the catcher, and he just missed the ball. Would have gotten Marshall, but the Phillies scored. No balls, 1 strike. And Cannon comes set and deals, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike now. Cannon with 57 pitches, 6 runs allowed, and the 1-1 to Kemp. Fly ball hit out over towards deep left field. It's going back over towards the track. Taylor has room, though, and he'll make the catch. He took it for a ride, and Taylor tracked it down and got it. Do we really want more Joe Ross? I mean, do we really want? Are we? Do we like Jordan Romano? Okay, more Lazar. Romano is the team leader in saves with 8. It still isn't pretty. Ugh. Pitch to Bryson Stott. And it's inside. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Stott flat out to right to end the bottom of the second. 2 balls, no strikes. Cannon winds up and delivers, and Stott stares at a cutter, and it's in there for a strike. The windup and the 2-1. Ground ball hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first, and it is in time to get Bryson Stott. Made it actually look pretty close. 2 away. Excuse me. I'm going to take a quick step off after this. Turner is up, and Turner chops it foul over towards Dusty Wathan. If Giants here, be careful. A big 8.7 earthquake just hit near Russia. Tsunami warnings now. Oh, boy. Stay safe, please. Prayers. 0-2 is the count. No balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. Cannon kicks, deals. It's outside for a ball. The 1-2 to Trey. Off the plate for ball 2. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Mods, tell us how we're doing with the views to likes ratio. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball off the glove of the third baseman. Out to left field for a base hit. It was a rocket. And Colson Montgomery just could not get to it. Tried to dive for it. Bounced off his glove. And so Kyle Schwarber is the next man up. Schwarber has walked and has hit a 2-run homer. Two away, and the pitch outside for ball 1. You think Alvarado will be rusty? Also, I think he's going to lose velocity. No one's talking about that, but with everything that happened, I think he's going to lose velocity. 1-0 pitch. Popped up over towards shallow left field. And Mydroth is there. Calls off Taylor. Makes the grab. The inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the 4th out at right field. And we'll be right back. Bottom of the fourth, Phillies lead it 6-0. Jesus Lazardo will head back out there for the bottom of the fourth inning. 3 innings, 28 strikes, 42 pitches. And the first pitch here, ground ball, played on the bounce by Otto Kemp. And he'll get his feet set, fire across the diamond to first. And out number 1 is made. That was to Miguel Vargas. We need 37 more subscribers to help us get to 6,600. We're already at 108 on the likes. Keep hitting that thumbs up button. Mods, how we doing on the likes to views? I saw like 105, I think, on my screen. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch to Luis Robert Jr. is fouled away. Robert did walk in the first. 11 home runs, including 1 last night off of Sanchez. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. Drop those Zeus's in the chat. 2 strikeouts for Jesus Lazardo in Chicago. And Colson Montgomery will be the next man up for the White Sox. 256 watching, 108 likes. Nice job. The pitch inside for a ball. Let's try to give him some more chairs. Montgomery 0 for 1. He flied out in the first. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch, and that's fouled off of the ankle of Montgomery. He sort of twisted and turned and went down in the box, and he'll try to shake it off. Squatting down. Yeah, that's not fun. Actually got him right on the foot. The front foot. It's amazing to me how quick 105 miles per hour is off the bat, or 116 miles per hour, because especially when you see a foul ball hit off of a player, it's like so quick that it happens, and your eyes can't even fully see it in real time, and you rely on replay. 1-1, fouled off over towards the first base side. The count is 1-2. It's better than the ankle, yeah. One ball, 2 strikes. Zeus kicks, deals, and Montgomery fouls it away. Andrew Benintendi is not in the lineup tonight for Chicago. Colson Montgomery is 3rd in RBIs since the All-Star break. First is Schwarber, and second is Nick Kurtz. 1-2 pitch. Outside and high for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Grounded over towards the right side. Stott picks it up. Throws it over to first. Underhanded throw is in plenty of time. And another 1-2-3 inning for Jesus Lazardo. Bryce will lead it off for the Phillies when they do return. And we head to the top of the 5th out at right field. He would have fit right on in, says Paul. Oh, we're talking about Luis Robert? Yeah. I brought this up during the postgame show, and I think I brought it up during the game too. Brandon Marsh, say what you want about him, but when he was on the Angels in 2022. Even in 2021, he was really not doing well. And now we look at Brandon Marsh and we say, yeah, he's really not doing well here. He's sort of gone back to how he was with the Angels. But when he first came here, he wasn't an all-star, but he played a lot better when he was on the Phillies. And to me, a change of scenery really did help him. You could see that his swing was a little bit more level. He looked like he was really engaged out there, and he was playing good ball. He had a couple homers during the playoffs. I think one of them was against the Padres. It was a big homer, but people, as the years go on, we just tend to forget about those things. But he was like one of those low risk, high reward guys, and people say, looking back, well, we shouldn't have traded O'Hoppe, but during that year, Brandon Marsh actually was contributing and was doing more than what he did on the Angels. So I bring that up because is it possible that a change of scenery for Luis Robert could maybe give him more of a boost? I can't rule that out of the question. Does that mean that I want him to come here and that I can fully trust him? No. I wanted him last year, but the dip in the stats hasn't really helped this case, but I'm just wondering if maybe a change of scenery could help him. The ball's one strike to Bryce Harper in the pitch. Line drive off the glove of Sosa as he tried to dive for it. It deflected off his glove. Doesn't get too far away from him, but Harper will get on with an infield single. Gosh, I'm in my head. What is going on with me tonight? Here comes JT Realmuto, and JT swings and misses at the cutter on the upper tier of the zone. No balls, one strike, and the pitch is low for a ball. Would you trade for Cedric Mullins from the Orioles? No, I wouldn't do it, personally. I wouldn't do it. I would not. JJ, would you trade Stott for Robert Jr. in a change of scenery deal for both guys? One ball, one strike, and the pitch, swing and a miss. I would, actually, because that means that Sosa would also be playing second base. That might be a good deal. If it was Robert straight up for Bryson Stott, I would do it. I don't know contract-wise if that would work. I don't know how much Robert's getting paid. 1-2 is the count. That's to JT. 6-0 Phillies. And the 1-2 on the way to JT, swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. Harper is still on at first. And JT goes down swinging. Yeah. And Robert would play center. If we couldn't get anyone better, it's worth a shot. Robert isn't any worse than Kepler. The pitch, and that's to Nick Castellanos, and that's in there for a strike. But financially, if it worked and Stott was traded straight up for Luis Robert, I would actually do it. I would do that deal. The 0-1, the Casty. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. The throw to second, there's one. The throw to first, there's two. The inning is over. The side is retired. We head to the bottom of the fifth. We'll be back in just a few moments. Lenyn Sosa takes the first pitch for a strike against Jesus Lazardo. Here's the 0-1. This one's flied out over towards deep left field, but it's hooking foul, and it'll find the seats. Sosa got out in front of it. Lenyn hitting .270 with 9 homers and 38 RBI. 0-2 pitch. He spoils it foul. Tell you what, I would be interested in trading for Lenyn Sosa. For like a small deal. 0-2. That's way up high for a ball. They gave up like, I don't know, like their number, like 25 prospect and a couple of other minor leaguers. I think that would be interesting. 1-2. That's inside for ball 2. Went 3 for 3 in last night's game. .21 hits and 79 at-bats in the month of July. 16 RBI as well and 3 homers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. This one is fouled off over behind home plate. And Sosa stays alive. John, stay safe. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball past the dive of both Turner and Kemp out to left field. And Sosa gets on with a base hit. Kepler throws it over to second. Sosa pumps the brakes at first. And there's a leadoff single by Lenyn Sosa. How come we haven't seen Bone? Because he's on the IL. Yeah, be safe. The pitch. There's a changeup that's outside for a ball. Hit that thumbs up button, people, and subscribe to the channel as well. 1 ball, no strikes. Lazardo gets set at the Phillies letters and the 1-0 pitch. And that is fouled off. Yeah, please be safe. Zeus will get the signs from JT. He looks back at first and back to home plate. Throws the 1-1 high. The 2-1 to Michael Taylor has popped up over towards the third base side. Kemp calls off Turner in foul territory, and Kemp is on the track and will make the catch and record the first out. The toss back over to first. It's not in time. One out, and the pitch to Kyle Teal is above the zone. Yes, Sir Anthony got traded from the Orioles to the Blue Jays in between doubleheader games and had to switch dugouts. That's really what happened. Pitch on the way. This one's grounded over towards the first base side, and the throw over to first is not in time. That'll put Sosa over at second. There was a little tumble. Let's see this again on the replay. Harper got over to it, thought about throwing the second, then he threw it over to first, and Lazardo dropped the ball, and Teal stumbled on the bag, and he rolled on over. But was he out of the... I don't know if Teal touched the bag. No, Teal did touch the bag. He touched it. He got it with his toe. Nonetheless, that puts 2 base runners on, still with 1 out. Now Mydroth is up, and he looks at ball 1 inside. Infield single. Sosa's at second. Teal's at first. Mydroth 0 for 2. 1-0 pitch in on the inside corner for a strike. It was a changeup. Joan Duran was just seen hugging some members in the Twins bullpen. And I wonder if he's getting traded. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's the Chase Mydroth. He's the closer for the Minnesota Twins. He was seen on the broadcast getting a hug and leaving the bullpen. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch is fouled away. He grabbed his glove from the bullpen, according to a Talkin' Baseball, and from Phillies Tailgate too. Keep your eye on that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. They appealed to see if he went around. He did, and there is out number 2. Maybe the Phillies are going to make a move? Possibly. So Mydroth strikes out. I told my wife I like hugs. She hit me. Maybe Duran likes hugs. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. And that's to Austin Slater as he comes on up. Slater takes the first pitch that he sees. Looked like it was in the zone, but it's called a ball. There have been some controversial calls tonight from behind the plate. Dan Bellino is the home plate umpire. 1-0 pitch. Fouled away. Jeff Passan just tweeted out, and he said Joan Duran has not been traded. He was just hugging his bullpen catcher because that's what friends do sometimes. Here's the 1-1. This one's lined out to left field. Kepler is there, and he'll make the catch. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. 6-0 Phillies. Jeff really tweeted that out. But Twins radio announcers, they said that he grabbed his glove from the bullpen, grabbed his stuff, and left. And now Jeff Passan saying that he has not been traded. Interesting. All right, we're going to the top of the 6th. Phillies lead at 6-0. 8.7. Oh my gosh. 8.7 earthquake is cataclysmic unless under the ocean. no media I've looked as even mentioning it. Passan knows nothing. Crazy. Luke Arcani just said clip farming. Crazy. Crazy stuff. You guys see that that Cooper DeJean was named the 60th best player in the NFL in the league's top 100 list? He was listed as number 60. Top of the 6th inning. Phillies lead at 6-0. 6 earned runs allowed by Jonathan Cannon, which does tie a career high. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. 78 pitches for Jonathan Cannon. And the 1-0 pitch popped up, hit out over towards the third base side and foul ground. And it'll be caught just in front of the netting by the third baseman, Colson Montgomery. Fouled out to third. That went right in front of the camera well. But he didn't have to reach over the rail. But yes, please stay safe, John. Here comes Max Kepler. The pitch. That is high for ball 1. Kepler with a sac fly. Back in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. Cannon kicks, deals, swing and a miss. One ball, one strike. Here's the 1-1. Outside for ball 2. Two and two is the count. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And Cannon kicks and fires again. That's called a strike 3. It hit the upper third of the zone at 91. I mean, he wasn't looking for that pitch at all. He just did not even move a muscle. Hit that thumbs up button. The Phillies have 7 hits. 6 runs scored. Otto Kemp will try to get on base here. Fouls off the pitch. Per Twins radio, Duran grabbed his glove and left. He's not coming to the Phillies. No. It was... I don't think anything's happening. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jonathan Cannon. Jonathan Cannon on the mound. Otto Kemp is up. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball hit over to short. Mydroth picks it up, throws it over to first. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. This is the last time I'm going to take a quick step off. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Where is my mouse? My mouse. I can't find it. What the heck? There we go. Edgar Quero is the next man up. Lazardo goes back out there for the bottom of the 6th. He throws a ball. Lazardo kicks and deals, and the next pitch is fouled away. I guess I gotta get a battery. Huh. Usually it's never happened to me during the middle of the stream. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. That's outside for ball 2. I'll have to go get a battery. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball. Hit out over towards left center field. Marsh says he has it. And he does. It'll make the grab for out number 1. Yeah. Yep. Let's see if this works. I just saw that I got one here. Quero flies out. Miguel Vargas takes the first pitch to the DCs for strike 1. He's 0 for 2. The windup and the pitch in there for strike 2. 79 pitches for Jesus Lazardo. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Still isn't working. The 0-2, swing and a miss. And there is out number 2. Maybe this one's dead as well. Is it? No. Yeah, that one's dead. Here's the pitch. This one is popped up over towards the first base side in foul territory. The catch will be made, and we will go to the top of the 7th inning. 6-0 Phillies. All right, last step off. I'll be right back. Bryson Stott is up, and the 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball. It still isn't working. Huh. What if I... 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott, and the 1-1 is outside for ball 2. Guess I'll just have to fix it after the game. Huh. It's weird. Very weird. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep left field. That's going back over towards the track, and it is caught in front of the wall by Michael Taylor. Not deep enough. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Can't understand why my mouse is not working, but it's fine. 1 out, top of the 7th. Like monitoring it, and it's like not working. The pitch, there's a ground ball hit over towards third base. The throw to first in time for the 2nd out of the inning. That was from Montgomery. And the next man up will be Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber's homer went 441 feet, and there was 115 miles per hour off the bat. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Count is 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes on the pitch to Schwarber. Fly ball hit out over towards deep left center field, and that's going to bounce off the track, hit off the top of the wall. Schwarber will go on over to second base, standing up, and gets on with a double with 2 outs. It was not a homer, but Schwarber kept his head down, followed through on the swing, and it bounced off the track and then hit off the top of the wall and ricocheted into the glove of the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr. 16th double of the season for Kyle. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper, who's 1 for 3. And he takes the first pitch that he sees off the plate for a ball. Again, Gilbert is pitching for the Chicago White Sox. Tyler Gilbert, 2/3 of an inning so far. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. His ERA is at a 3.07. 31 years old, from Santa Cruz, California. Left-handed pitcher, 6 feet 3 inches tall, 225 pounds as well. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss from Bryce Harper. One ball, 2 strikes. The windup and the next pitch, outside and low. And the catcher, Kyle Teal, had to shuffle his feet as the ball almost got by him. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch in a similar spot. But that time, it was caught by the catcher, Kyle Teal. He was ready for that one. Three balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. And the 3-2 pitch off the plate for ball 4. And Harper gets on with a walk. Schwarber stays over at second base. And there's 2 base runners for Philadelphia. Let's see if I can unplug this. Can't get back there. Here comes JT to the plate, and he stares at a sinker in there for strike one. Jonathan Cannon went 6 innings for Chicago, gave up 6 earned runs on 7 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts on 87 total pitches. Nothing in 1 is the count, and the 0-1 is outside, way outside for ball 1. Lazardo, on the other hand, 6 innings for him, 2 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. The 1-1 to JT, and he pops this one up over towards the first base side in foul territory. First baseman gets over there, Vargas, and he can't make the catch. Oh, he tumbled on into the wall. He spinned, he turned, and it hit the backstop over at first base, and he could not get there in time. One more step than I think he would have had it, and he just lost his footing after he extended his arm out there. 1-2 is the count. 2 runners on, 2 away in the top of the 7th. Gilbert was 17 pitches in this inning. JT 1 for 3 on the night with a base hit. 1-2 pitch, fouled off. JT singled in the 3rd. He struck out in the 5th and grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice in the 1st. Schwarber at 2nd, Harper at 1st. The 1-2 pitch to JT, inside. The Phillies have 8 hits in this game, 6 runs, and 2 errors. Gilbert gets the signs, looks back at 2nd, bat to the plate, and the 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. JT looked at a pitch right down Broad Street, and he goes down looking, shakes his head, and we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Phillies still up 6-0. It's trivia time, folks. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. Does anybody know who leads the Phillies in stolen base percentage? Who has the highest steal percentage in Phillies franchise history? Not who has the most stolen bases. Who has the highest stolen base percentage? Does anybody know? And that's of all time. News, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. J-Roll. Nope. Dykstra. Schmidt. Cash. Nope. The Flying Hawaiian. No. Vittorino, no. Ben Revere. Chase Utley. Chase Utley has the highest stolen base percentage at 88.75%. Trey Turner right now is 2nd. Bryson Stott is 3rd. Doug Glanville is 4th. And 5th is Jimmy Rollins. Billy Hamilton is not even in the top 10. JT is actually 6th. Here comes Jesus Lazardo out there for the bottom of the 7th inning. And the first pitch is a changeup, and that swung on and missed. Utley was always smart with it. He was not Richie. No. No balls, 1 strike in the pitch. Here's a fly ball, hit out over towards deep right field. It'll stay in the yard, though. Casty gets under it, takes about 2 steps over towards home plate, and they'll make the catch. He backed up for a little bit, And then it just blew back on it. John says, there goes the sirens. Please stay safe. Please be safe out there. That earthquake is no joke, my friend. Bottom of the 7th, 1 away to Lenin Sosa. And the pitch is in there for strike 1. Kepler had a sac fly in the top of the 2nd to put the Phillies up 1-0. And then Otto Kemp hit a sac fly to make it 2-0 on the very next at-bat. 0-1 pitch, foul ball. Then in the 3rd, we had 2 2-run homers. One was by Kyle Schwarber. He sent it 441 feet. And the other one was by Brandon Marsh. No balls, 2 strikes. Lazardo gets the signs. Winds up and deals. It's fouled off. I think Hamilton might have the best overall steals, but not the best stolen base percentage. Yeah, he's not in the top 10 in stolen base percentage. Harper is actually 10th. Ben Revere is 8th. Shane is 7th. Jeff Stone. Don't know if you guys know of him. He was a left fielder and a pinch hitter. He was with the Phillies from 83 to 87. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards third base. Otto Kemp picks it up. Throws it over to first. And out number 2 is made. A Starkey is here. What's going on, a Starkey? How are you, my friend? Two outs. And the pitch is outside and high for a ball. Jeff Stone, yeah. That's a name to remember. Blast from the past. Mahalo again, guys. Gonna go check the live news. I'll be back. Prayers, my friend. Jordan Romano is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. 89 pitches for Jesus Lazardo. 2 balls, no strikes to Michael Taylor, and the pitch. This one's flying out over towards center field off the end of the bat from Taylor. Marsh goes back, and he'll have plenty of room to make the catch. And the inning is over. 7 strong innings of work from Jesus Lazardo, only 2 hits allowed. And that's it. We're going to the 8th inning, 6-0 Philadelphia. All right, last time before I give up on this, I'm going to try to figure out this mouse thing one last time. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Here comes Nick Castellanos to the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Get you the new pitcher's name in just a few seconds. 1-0 pitch, ground ball hit over to third base. Scooped up, throw over to first in plenty of time. Nice play by Colson Montgomery. And 1 out. This is Dan Altavilla. This is his 24th game that he has pitched in this year. Has a 2.22 earned run average. Opponents are just hitting 183 against him. So he's had a lot of success. 1 out, top of the 8th, and the pitch is at 96 on the radar gun at the knees. How you doing, Gabe? Thank you again for the raid. It was really nice. No balls, 1 strike. 0-1 pitch to Marsh, and he slaps it foul towards the third base side. I haven't seen any cake shakes on NBC Sports Philadelphia. I haven't seen anybody drinking those. It's interesting. They showed some other food on Monday night's game and some other treats, but not that. 0-2 pitch, ground ball, scooped up again by the third baseman as he backhanded it, and he threw it sidearm over the first to get Brandon Marsh retired. Jeff Stone stole 123 bases during the 1981 season playing A-ball. Was caught 13 times. Wow. If I don't get to your full chat, I do apologize. My mouse is not working, so I'm just running off of the keyboard and my laptop mouse, which is a little bit higher and not at my hands. No balls, 1 strike. That's to Max Kepler. He's 0 for 2. He had a sac fly in the second inning. Altavilla kicks and fires at 98, but it misses. Altavilla is 32 years old. 1-1 pitch, another ground ball hit over to third. Man, Colson Montgomery's had a lot to deal with, and he throws it over to first. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-2-3 go the Phillies. And Kyle Teal will lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Chicago White Sox. That's going to bother me. I might just have to do a restart. Obviously, we're not going to do it now, but probably after the game is done, I'll have to restart the computer, and hopefully the mouse ends up working. Is there another one that I have in here? I don't think so. I don't think so. No. Does Jesus Lazardo have any runs earned? He has shut out the White Sox. The scoreboard's right there. I have like 2 different scoreboards up there, so you should be able to see them. If you can't, though, I do apologize, but they look like that they're up there. How's everybody doing tonight? Let us know down below in chat. Again, we really appreciate you all for being on here. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We go on for the Sixers, the Eagles, and of course the Philadelphia Phillies. We try not to miss a game. We try to give you guys play-by-play action. We also do post-game shows on here. And if you love what you see, feel free to call on it. You know, it's like a radio cast. That's really how we treat it. And we try to give you a professional cast from all over the world, wherever you're tuning on into. And it's great. 610-314-0844 is how you call on into the show during the post-game show. You can also leave a voicemail message, or you can text on in if you would like as well. Jordan Romano is going to pitch, and the pitch is grounded down the first base line. It is a foul ball. Romano comes on in relief for Lazardo. His night is done. 7 innings, 2 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and no runs. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Romano, swing and a miss. Romano's ERA now is a 6.99. 40 strikeouts, 8 saves as well. 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, hit over towards left field. Kepler jogs backwards, waits for it, and makes the grab. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We have 265 people watching. Let's get to the 200 marker. We're at 172. Let's go. BW, thank you very, very much for the redirect. That was so nice. Again, apologies. It's harder for me to scroll up right now. So if I missed that before, I apologize. 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch is called a strike. This is Chase Mydroth, who is up at the plate. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Romano kicks, deals, and throws it way inside. Two balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled away. So any news about Duran? Two, fouled off. So it was nothing. Two balls, 2 strikes to Chase Mydroth. The 2-2 on the way. It's low and outside for ball 3. Manager for the White Sox, Will Venable, in his first year. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Jordan Romano gets his first strikeout of the inning, and it comes on a nasty slider. And that really fooled Mydroth. He extended his arms out to try to take a hack at it. Did a one-handed swing, and it was nothing but air. 2 up, 2 down, bottom of the 8th in the pitch. Fly ball, hit out over towards straightaway center field. Marsh comes running in, and will make the grab for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Romano and the Philadelphia Phillies. We're going to the top of the 9th. 6-0 Philadelphia. Venable played, of course, for the Padres and the Texas Rangers, and also spent the last season of his career with the LA Dodgers. Played with the Padres from 2008 to 2015. He was a very good defensive player, and was also a World Series champion as well, because he was a coach for the Texas Rangers when they won the World Series in 2023. I didn't realize this, but he played college basketball for Princeton, where he was the second athlete to earn first-team All-Ivy League honors in both baseball and basketball. That's interesting. Didn't have much of a major league career. I got to catch up on chat. Again, I'm a little bit behind because my mouse is not working. BW is here. What's going on? I really appreciate you for coming on here. JJ's Cast has that old-time radio broadcast feel, and I love it. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me. I try to, give you guys the nuts and the bolts of what's going on. And I love just having you guys on here to interact. It's something that cable does not provide. And we are able to form a community on here, And sometimes I get you guys involved as color commentators, and we tend to have a conversation because, to me, that's what sports is all about. Sports has characters and a story, and I've always thought that it'd be kind of cool to get the fans involved as characters, and that's essentially what this is. It's like in theater when you interact with the audience. It's cool. Except we do it a lot. The pitch. And that's taken by Otto Kemp for strike one as we start off the top of the ninth. Alta Vila is still out there to pitch. 0-1, fly ball, hit out over towards deep left field. It'll stay in the ballpark, though, and Taylor will make the grab about a couple of inches in front of the warning track. One away, and Bryson Stott, who just missed a homer his last time up, try to get some redemption. Lugo JJ's the best. Thank you guys very, very much. The pitch, the Stott. Ground ball down the first base line. It's a fair ball. It's going all the way towards the corner. Bryson Stott's going to get a double. Slater gets to the ball, and he throws it over to second, and Stott stands up with a deuce at second base. He just absolutely ripped that thing down the first base line. No chance that Vargas was going to be able to make that play. He was playing off the line. And it just stayed fair. Turner is coming up to the plate now with one away. He's 2 for 4 tonight. And he takes outside. The count is 1-0 to Trey. Turner with a double, a single, and a run scored. His average is at .293. Altavilla under pressure. And kicks, deals, throws a strike. JJ just stopped by to hit the like button. See you next stream. Thank you very much, Janet. And again, shout out to Orioles Bird Watcher, BW, if you guys love the Baltimore Orioles. Does a great job. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fouled away. He did a doubleheader today. I don't know how he does it. One ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 delivery to Turner, and he looks at a called strike 3 right down the turnpike. All he did was look. He kept the bat on the shoulder and walks back to the dugout. 2 away. Kyle Schwarber is going to come on up. He had a 2-run homer. That was one of 2 2-run homers for the Phillies. The first one was by Schwarber in the top of the third. The other one was by Brandon Marsh, also in the top of the third. First pitch that he takes is for ball 1. There's Edmundo Sosa sitting next to Alec Boehm, having a little conversation in the dugout. Altavilla delivers from the stretch and throws a pitch that's in there for strike 1. Carl says, I hope that the Mets lose tonight. I feel you on that. Thank you, Paul. 1-1 pitch. It's outside for ball 2. And, I really like T-Mac. I love Scott Fransky as well. We're very blessed. We really are. We are very blessed. We have incredible broadcasters. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Jim Jackson. Tim Saunders. Radio play-by-play for the Flyers. Tom McGinnis for the Sixers on radio, and Kate Scott for TV. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch. And that's low for ball 3, and of course, Merrill Reese for the Philadelphia Eagles on their radio station. There's some good ones. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 to Schwarber. He gets under it and flies it out over towards right center field. Robert is there, waits for it, and makes the grab for out number 3. Schwarber got underneath it. His timing was off. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Who will pitch for the Phillies? We'll see when they return. Yeah. After the game is done, guys, make sure that you come on to the Phillies postgame show. Would love to see you guys on there. That would be really, really awesome. 610-314-0844 is the phone number that you can call in to. And give me your thoughts about the Phillies and about this game in particular. And I will share with you my thoughts as well. After I do my opening monologue, then we'll open it up. We'll open up the phone lines. We'll get voicemail messages on here. We already have a couple that we're going to play. And that'll be cool. And you can also text on in as well. Or just stay in chat. But it's a cool way to interact. And if you want to get your voice on here, it's a cool thing to do. All right. Back to our live stream. Don't forget to also hit the thumbs up button. Again, we are on here every day trying to give you the best cast that we can. Tomorrow, we have an afternoon game at 2 o'clock. And then tomorrow night, we have Diamond Zone. That'll be, we'll be on at 7:30. 7:30 we'll be on. And we'll be on for like 4 or 5 hours. And then on Thursday, we got another Phillies game. And Friday as well. I will not be on Saturday. I got to find somebody else to fill on in for me. Got to write that down. And, yeah, a lot of baseball this week. We also have deadline day. Sorry, the Phillies are off Thursday. What am I talking about? The Phillies are off on Thursday. So there's no game on Thursday. That means no baseball, except we got the deadline. Daniel Robert is going to go out there to pitch the bottom of the 9th inning. Get you his numbers in just a few seconds, but he will go out there for the bottom of the 9th. Out at right field, Andrew Benintendi will pinch hit. And the first pitch is fouled away. Robert threw it right down the middle, and Benintendi was late. 0-1. Ground ball. Diving stop by Stott. He gets up, throws it over to first. It was wide. And it gets by Harper. And it goes over towards the Phillies dugout. And it didn't go in there. JT just got over there towards the on-deck circle and saved it from going into the dugout. I mean, Stott made a diving stop. It got under his glove. It deflected under his glove, I should say. And then as he got up, he threw it over to first. And the throw was towards the right side of Harper. They played him the pole, so he was closer to first base. Vargas will pop up the first pitch. It's a foul ball, and it goes out of play. Build that trade value stat. Even if you don't love him, I can make you like him. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. My mouse just stopped working. 1 ball, 1 strike to Miguel Vargas. The 0-1 was off the plate. Vargas hitless in 3 at-bats. Robert comes set and fires. Swing and a miss. That cutter was on the outside edge. Vargas was fooled. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch. Another cutter again. This time it's popped up towards the left side of home plate. JT takes off the masks. He waits for it and will make the grab for out number 1. 2 more outs to go. 6-0 Philadelphia. Again, hit that thumbs up button. How we doing on those likes? Luis Robert Jr. 0 for 2. Walked in the first. He is due up at the plate. And he lines this one out to right field for a base hit over towards that right field line. Castellanos gets over to it, though. Draws the throw over to second. And the runner goes from first to third. And Robert Jr. gets on with an opposite field single. Robert Jr. won the battle against Daniel Robert. Just fought off that pitch, too. Looked like he just kept his head down and was able to knife it out to right field. Daniel is 30 years old. He's from Hoover, Alabama. Has a 3.24 earned run average. And the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Colson Montgomery is up. He's 0 for 3. 2 flyouts and a ground out as well. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 swing and a miss. Robert tested him with a fastball down the middle, and Montgomery failed. He'll step out of the box, readjust his batting gloves, and step back in. Not a big crowd tonight out at right field, but there are definitely a lot of Phillies fans in attendance. 0-2 pitch, down and in. That time Robert went with a sweeper. Thank you, man. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. Yeah, I'll be on during trade deadline day, but it's only going to be for a couple of hours. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not. I'll say it anyways. But I'm supposed to be on with Max Coverage TV, I think. I'm pretty sure. From like 4 to 6. The 1-2 pitch. And check swing, did he go? No, he did not. The pitch was just upstairs. Mods, how we doing on the likes? Did we get to 200 yet? Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Runners at the corners. Bottom of the ninth. 1 out. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over to first base. Harper tags the bag. Gets the easy out there. Nothing else to it. But that's going to put runners over at second and third with 2 away. They call that foul ball? They called it a foul ball. I beg your pardon. Didn't see the call there, but he tagged first. 2-2. That's a foul ball. Two under two. Thank you very, very much. 7 pitches in this at-bat. The 2-2 now. This one's grounded over towards first base. That's fair for sure. And Harper picks it up and tags the bag. A run does score. And the runner from first goes over to second. So it is 6-1 now. Phillies are up by 5. One more out to go, though, for Philadelphia. Let's go. Lenyn Sosa is up, and he takes high for ball one. Robert Jr. leads off over at second. Sosa 1 for 3 on the evening on the 1-0 pitch. Fly ball hit out to deep left field, and that ball is gone. The lead is cut in half. Lenyn Sosa hits his 10th homer of the season and launches the fireworks here in Chicago. Boy, it'd be really nice to see him in the Phillies pinstripes. This guy is doing in this series, he might be auditioning for other teams to go after him. So Robert gives up a 2-run homer and an RBI ground out. And Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to talk to Robert. That was just a pitch right down the middle. And Sosa just turned on that fastball and just launched it into left field and got it over the fence. Orion Kirkering is warming up. It is technically, if he were to come on in, it would be a save opportunity. Give me either Luis Robert Jr. or Taylor Ward for the center field job. Why are we pitching Robert? He stinks. Well, sounds like the Phillies don't really have a lot of other good options out there. Mike Tauchman will pinch hit. Bottom of the ninth, 2 away. Tauchman is still in the league, and he grounds the first pitch foul. No balls, 1 strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Fly ball hit out to center field. This should do it. Marsh is there, makes the catch right by his side, and the ball game is over. So the Phillies, they win by a score of 6-3. The White Sox, they put up 6 runs last night, and the Phillies put up 6 runs tonight, and it was certainly enough, and they tied the series 1-1 out at right field. Ring the bell. The Philadelphia Phillies win. Got a little bit dicey, but it was enough. Let's see those bells in the chat, baby! Nice. Good win by the Philadelphia Phillies. All right. I will figure out this mouse problem. I will do that during the break. But yeah, give me your thoughts down below on how you guys feel about this ball game. Good win by the Phillies. Jesus Lazardo pitched very well. He didn't really look so good in the first, but he got out of the inning and he did what he had to do. I wanted him to go 6, give up 2 earned runs, and get 8 strikeouts. But you know what? I'll take 7 innings, 2 hits allowed, no runs, and 4 strikeouts. That's fine with me. He did his job. It was a test for him. I said that this would be a test for Jesus Lazardo because he put up 2 bad outings in a row and has been very shaky, very inconsistent. And tonight, he looked good. He settled down after that first inning and went out there, ate your innings, and put you in a position to win. He did more than enough. So, good job by Zeus. Good job by the Phillies. Their offense was in the second and in the third inning. It was enough. Kyle Schwarber's 2-run homer pretty much put the game away. And Brandon Marsh, that was icing on the cake as well. Again, we will have a post-game show. We'll be back on in 3 minutes. And I hope to see you all there. If you want to call on in, 610-314-0844. That is how you call on into the show. I hope to see you there, and I will get you on. All right. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Well done by the Phillies tonight. A very nice performance. That's how you bounce back. That's how you respond. And that's what they did tonight against the Chicago White Sox. Hi, everybody. Welcome on into the Phillies postgame show. Don't know why the green screen is a little bit wobbly tonight. That's a little bit odd to me. But I hope that you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic night. The Phillies did enough. They did what they had to do. And I really want to start off with Jesus Lazardo. In that first inning, he did not get help from Otto Kemp on that E5 from Chase Mydroth. Otto Kemp has to make that play, and he had to throw extra pitches. But he also I guess it kind of evened out because Brandon Marsh made an incredible catch on a line drive that was hit by Miguel Vargas. And Marsh's play there was, you could argue that was a game-saving catch with how things ended up unfolding. But yeah, so that was nice that Jesus got help from Marsh and was able to get out of that inning because there were bases loaded. And, yeah, I thought that he looked good out there. I don't know how I feel about him pitching from the stretch. I know that it was the White Sox, but I still needed to see this. I felt like that this was the type of performance that I needed to see out there from Jesus Lazardo because, let's be real, he has not been good in his last two outings. That game against Boston, he pitched well in the first 5 innings, and then all of a sudden, after having a 5-0 lead, he gave it away in the top of the 6th. That was not good. Not good at all. So I needed him to go out there and dominate because this is the Lazardo that I love to watch. If we get this type of Jesus Lazardo, then we should be fine. But the issue still is, how is he going to do dealing from the stretch? And he didn't really have to deal with that. You know, it was really just in the first inning. So that was it. But I thought that he did fine. Didn't really have a lot of strikeouts tonight. Relied more on groundouts. But that's okay. That's okay. The bottom line is that the Phillies got this win. The White Sox left 5 guys on base. They were 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. And the only hit, really, what came in the 9th inning. And that was Lenyn Sosa's home run. Your offense today did enough. But still would love to see more. My keys for today's game: get out early in front of Jonathan Cannon. Check. Lazardo, go at least 6 innings and put you in a position to succeed. My third one was to get Kyle Schwarber going, and they did that. So they did everything that I asked. What's a little annoying, though, is that with this White Sox team, you still had chances to try to get some more runs. It's just annoying. And I can't just ignore this. But at the same time, You did enough. You did enough. And all you got to do now is to try to go out there and win the series tomorrow. Turner had a double. Schwarber his 37th homer and also had a double as well. You hit 4 doubles today. You left 5 guys on base. You had 2 sac flies. And going back to those sac flies, the White Sox, they're a bad baseball team. You scored off of both of those sac flies because of bad defense. Austin Slater could not catch that line drive that was hit by Brandon Marsh. He knew he should have had it. He didn't get it. And then Michael Taylor on the sac fly that was hit by Otto Kemp. Taylor catches the ball. It's really not that deep. And he made a very good throw to the plate. It took a one-hopper in front of Kyle Teal, and all he had to do was catch it and swipe in one motion. And he did not do that. And Marsh would have been out at the plate. But the White Sox are a bad team. They made their mistakes, and you pounded on them. So, good win by the Phillies. They did enough. I think that that's really the theme for tonight, is that they responded. And now you got to win the series tomorrow and take it before you come, or before the next series comes. And who do they play in the next series? I should know this. I really should. I think after this series is done, they play the Tigers. It's a big series going up against Detroit. This Detroit team is hungry, and we'll talk more about that. We still have a couple of days. They play Friday against the Tigers at 6:45. So, but there's still baseball left to go. We still have one game left. Taijuan Walker takes the hill tomorrow. We'll be facing Adrian Hauser for the Chicago White Sox. But yeah, I don't really have too much else to say. I thought that they did that the Phillies did their job tonight. Lazardo looks good. 90 pitches, 62 strikes. Good sign from him. Only 1 walk allowed. That's also big because we saw how he was unfolding against the Red Sox, and now he just gave up a lot of walks to load the bases. And then the big hit from Romy Gonzalez is what put the Red Sox back out in front and got them back in the game. But yeah, I can't really complain for the most part. Yeah, I said that I wish that they could have gotten some more, but that's just me being greedy. You did your job. You did enough, and you did what you were supposed to do. You clocked in, you clocked out. Now it's about how do you come out of the gates tomorrow. And we'll see. All right, short and sweet on the post-game monologue. Don't really have too much else to say. And now it's time to open it up to you guys. It's time to open it up to the people themselves. Call on in 610-314-0844. How satisfied are you about this win? Are you very happy about this win? Are you like, okay, let's go out there tomorrow and take the series? Where are you at? Where are your thoughts? I didn't mention this, but I thought Trey Turner actually played a very good game today, too. I thought that he hit the ball very well, and that was also a positive for me, too. But I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. Before we get to some phone calls, let's read some messages. Yeah. Jesus was divine tonight. Jesus looked very good. This was the type of Jesus that we need to go out there on the mound every single day. And if he can give you glimpses of this and do it more consistently, I feel a lot better about the 4th spot in the rotation. Not saying that he's not a good 4th guy, but then it's like if he does this more often, time and time again, now the 4th spot looks more like a number 2. You know? There's a difference. 2 hits in 7 innings is superb. Yeah. Yeah. Dominate the games, you should dominate. Yep. Last night they didn't do it. They failed. Tonight, it was good. If you were to give them a letter grade for tonight's game, what letter grade would you give them? I'm going with a B, and I think that that's fair. It's a solid B. They did what I asked them to do. And I give them a B for that. They checkmarked all three things that I said. Stars of the game, number 3 is Schwarber, number 2 is Marsh, and number 1 is Jesus Lazardo. And I think that Larry's going with Marsh too because of the catch that he made in the first inning. I think that that's why he's putting him over Schwarber. But, you can interchange 3 and 2, but number 1, Zeus. Zeus is the MVP. Drop a Zeus in the chat. If my members are still on here, drop Jesus Lazardo's emote. He did good. He did very good. Only 1 walk? Yep. He was very efficient. Tigers, O's, and Rangers then back to NL opponents. Yeah, that's after my birthday. They play the Reds after my birthday. Curious to see what Rob Thompson's quotes are going to be. I don't know if we'll be able to pull them tonight. I know that some people play post-game press conferences during their post-game shows on YouTube. I've seen it. I'm not willing to go that far, to risk it for my channel. I did it maybe once, but that was just because I was really ticked off at the Phillies, and they were in a skid during that time. And I just had to listen to what the manager said. But yeah. By the way, Ryan Howard, according to Devin Caney, had 35 homers before August 1st, and that was in 2006. Kyle Schwarber's 37 homers are the most in Phillies history before August. So, there you have it. Let's see. The O's have been hitting. Yeah, the Orioles have been hitting. The Orioles have been doing a very good job. I did say that we were going to play a voicemail. We'll do that right now. I had one person calling in, so we'll see what they have to say, and we'll play their voicemail message. 1 second.
John, Richmond, Virginia. So far, this is a little bit better than last night. Take care.
John, thank you so much for calling on in. I appreciate it. Short and sweet, man. It was a better game than last night. Absolutely it was. And you did what you had to do. It's unfortunate because Christopher Sanchez did not have a good outing last night, but he wasn't the worst thing in the world. Like, people tend to think that Christopher Sanchez was why you lost the game. I'm looking again at Twitter after last night's game, and it's just so delusional because you have to understand that Christopher Sanchez, for 7 outings in a row, allowed just 1 earned run. 6 outings in a row. But still, he was going 6 to 7 innings, and he even had a complete game before last night's outing. And he was really dominant out there. So he was sort of due for a bad outing. And he just did not have his stuff. But he only gave up 4 runs. I did say in the moment that it felt like that he gave up 4 homers because there were 2 that just missed going out. But that's also baseball. That stuff happens. But the bottom line is that your offense did not show up yesterday. Tonight, they clocked in, they clocked out, and it was enough. Different storyline, different mood, different vibe. But Christopher Sanchez, bottom line, is allowed to have a bad outing. And it wasn't like he was piss poor. He was just okay. 4 runs should still be enough to keep you involved in a game. Wasn't like he gave up 8 runs. Wasn't like he gave up 7. 4 runs is still manageable for this offense, especially against this opponent. So, just wanted to also throw that out there, too. Curious to see how Nola does on Thursday. Yeah, I agree. So, back to the letter grades. B, except for Daniel Robert. Yeah, I think that if Daniel Robert didn't pitch, and if the Phillies had the shutout, I would say B+. But that sort of curved it downwards. It didn't curve it. It caused it to go down a little bit. Excuse me. B in would give them an A-, but the 9th inning ruined it. Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. Turner, Schwarber, and Marsh all had multi-hit games. Turner did good today. I thought Trey played fine. B+, everything was an A- except the bullpen pulls the overall scale down. I think we all agree on that. So B+ is fine, and a B+ is good. Now Stanley actually says I give him an A+. Marsh played really good. Interesting. Playing Rob Thompson interviews would be like playing an ASMR video, says Paul. Yeah, that too. Good point. Good point. Especially, his voice would actually fit like the late night games. It really would. Stanley brings up a point in the chat, and he says, why not move Stott up to lead off? He was in the leadoff spot before, and then he went through a slump. And now he's batting in the 9th spot. I'm just at the point where I feel like that they've tried a lot of things with him, and he's just not producing. I said it yesterday, I'm open to trading him. I watched the guy when he was with the Blue Claws, and I enjoyed watching that version of Bryson Stott. And then he came up in 2022, and when he was fighting off at bats, and when he was getting on base and not uppercutting, it was just an art watching him at the plate. And who knows? Maybe a change of scenery would help him. I just don't know. He's a very good defensive second baseman, but he's not helping your offense. He's a liability right now. Anywhere you put him. Leadoff spot, 9 spot, doesn't matter. Maybe you can try to put him in the leadoff spot again, but, at the same time, I like Turner in the leadoff spot. I feel like that Trey is actually starting to thrive in the leadoff spot, and I don't want to take away his confidence. That's just me. That's how I look at it right now. So, yeah, that's where I stand. Stott stunk it up leading off earlier this year. Yeah, at first he was bad, and then he got going, and then it just died down again. And it wasn't like they were just giving him 1 or 2 games a week. They gave him time in the leadoff spot. And once it started to go bad, Rob was patient with him, and then it just got ugly. Got ugly again. I'd agree with Stanley. Bryson was doing decent in the leadoff role. Well, and again, to me, I don't have the stats in front of me, but when they got swept against Pittsburgh, he was just so atrocious at the plate. We all remember when they got swept in Pittsburgh. He did not have a good series, and I'm pretty sure that he was batting in the leadoff spot in that series. And again, I could be wrong. I don't have the stats in front of me, but it was around that time where the Phillies were still leading him off, and it just was going stale. Everybody in the offense wasn't doing well, but he was definitely in a big slump then. So, I don't know. He looked at a lot of pitches but couldn't get on base. Yeah, he He battled and grinded out at-bats, and just wasn't getting the results. What else do we have? What else is going on in the chat? Agree, JJ. In 2023, right, Stott played great at the plate. He saw tons of pitches and was getting on base. When he was keeping his lead foot planted on the ground during the swing, he was much better at the plate. And, I have to tell you this, and I hate to bring this back up, but while we're sort of on this topic, do you guys remember what Kevin Long said last year during spring training? Do you guys remember specifically what he said? Because I do. He said, I want Bryson Stott to swing at the first pitch more. I think that mindset really played a big factor into Bryson Stott's lack of success last year, along with this year. And I think that that mentality has, really started to deteriorate his confidence. Because he specifically said that during spring training. You can go back to the tapes. You can go back to that. You can look it up. Kevin Long saying he wants Stott to swing at the first pitch. He said that. And sure, it's his job to go out there and make the adjustments, but I'm just saying that I don't think that helped him. I think that really got into his head, and he hasn't recovered ever since then. Now, on you as a hitter, you got to find a way to adjust. That's on you, but I'm just saying that was sort of like the beginning of the downfall to Bryson Stott. Yeah, just take away something that he's good at, something that he's talented with, fouling off pitches, and then able to plant his foot down, just like you said, and just get that foot down and drive the ball on the next pitch. Or pull it. Or just put the ball in play. He's not doing that. So, yeah. It definitely screwed him up. It did. But I thought last year was because of his elbow. Yeah. If only we had a coach who could assist Stott with his hitting. We don't. We don't have one. But yeah, go back and literally Google it yourself. Kevin Long specifically said during spring training, I want Bryson Stott to swing at the first pitch more. I really believe that just shattered his confidence. You don't do that. But as a hitter, I'm not letting Stott off the hook here. As a hitter, you have to adjust. Good hitters find ways to adjust. The one thing that I like about, Ronald Acuna Jr., or even like when Mike Trout was in his prime, is that Trout always adjusted. He could get an inside pitch and yet put the bat more inside and get the barrel on the ball on a pitch that was way inside, then you would just tip your cap and you would say, that was a bad pitch to swing at, but Mike Trout found a way to adjust. And good hitters find a way to do that. Same thing with an outside pitch. You extend your arms more and you follow through. So, I don't know. That's just what I see and what other professionals have talked to me about. Yeah. Last comment, and then I think that's going to do it for me. Long should be looking at Stott's mechanics, not his approach. His approach is good. You have a hitter trying to slug, this is what you get. It's true. Yeah. So I just go back to that. I go back to that, and I'm just like, that's where the Phillies are struggling. Last thing before I do go, I'll leave you with this. Somebody presented this to me earlier tonight. I think it was Paul. I do think that Luis Robert Jr. for Bryson Stott, I would be willing to do that move if it was proposed to the Phillies, which I don't think it will, but Luis Robert's really going to have to cry his way out of Chicago. That's what's really going to have to happen. I'd be willing to do it if you give up Bryson Stott. And the reason why is because, A, you're getting a good defensive center fielder. He is a good defensive center fielder. He's better than Marsh. He's better than Johan Rojas right now. And also, his ceiling is higher. And the most important reason why, too, is because Edmundo Sosa would now be playing over at second base. I think it's a win-win. I think that would be fine. I like that idea. You get more righties in the lineup. That's how it goes. At the buzzer. Wrong sport. But we have a phone call coming on in. Let's take it. What's going on? You're on the Phillies postgame show with JJ. How are you?
Richmond, Virginia.
John,
hey,
got your voicemail message. What's going on, my friend?
Yeah. Listen, I was a little disappointed in the relief pitching in the ninth inning, but, you know, at least we had a 6-run lead.
Yes.
And as far as I'm concerned, leave Bryson Stott in the 9-hole. Do not move him anywhere else.
He's not doing good, man. He's
leave
struggling.
him there.
Yep. I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you, Jesus Lazardo, how do you think he looked tonight?
I thought he really looked good. I mean, we got 7 innings out of him. What did he give up? 2 hits?
2 hits.
You know, you can't ask more.
Nope.
You know, he kept us in the game all the way. You know, that 6-run lead held up until, you know, the 9th inning, and we had enough runs at least.
Yep. Now you just got to go out there and you got to take the series tomorrow with Taijuan Walker. I think Walker's pitching tomorrow. Yes, he is.
Yeah, it would be nice to take the series.
Absolutely. John, as always, thank you so much for calling on into the show. I love you.
Love you, guy.
Yep.
Take care.
Take care. You too. Great phone call. Yeah, that's going to wrap it up. All right, love you all. I will catch you all on the next one. Tomorrow we have 2 casts. We have the Phillies game, and then at 7:30 we're going on for Diamond Zone, and then we're off Thursday. We'll be on for maybe just an hour and a half or 2 for trade deadline day, and that's it. All right, I love you all. Lila Tov. Have a great rest of your night. Go Phillies, and great win.